Be honest. Have you ever thought to yourself, how do I get my value back after they rejected me? It's a brutal feeling, whether it's a breakup, a friendship falling apart, or being overlooked at work. Rejection doesn't just sting, it shakes your entire sense of worth. And here's what makes it worse. It's not just what they said, it's what happens next. When you start questioning yourself, you replay every word, you search for reasons. You wonder if you were really good enough, and the harsh truth? Every time you beg, chase, or silently wait for them to see your worth, you're actually giving them permission to define it. That's where most people lose the game. Not in the moment of rejection, but in the days, weeks, and months after. When they keep shrinking themselves, hoping for validation. That was never theirs to chase. But here's the shift you need to make today. Your value isn't lost. It's not broken. It's just been buried under self-doubt. And the power to reclaim it? It's in your hands, not theirs. This isn't a get over it video. This is a step-by-step blueprint to help you rise up, rebuild your inner strength, and project the kind of quiet confidence that makes people stop and notice, whether they say it out loud or not. If you've ever felt crushed, overlooked, or rejected, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button right now. Share this with someone who's stuck in that same trap. Today, we take the power back. Let's get to it. 1. The silent agreement. Break it first. Let's break down exactly what this means. What is a silent agreement? It's when you don't say it out loud, but deep down, you accept what the rejection says about you. Rejection itself is just a moment. Someone said no, someone walked away, someone didn't choose you. That moment, it's over in seconds. But the real danger starts after, when you let that rejection define your worth. And here's the harsh truth. Every time you keep thinking, maybe they were right about me, or I need to prove I'm worth it, that's you signing a silent contract that says, I agree, I'm less valuable now. You don't even realize you're doing it, but you are. Every time you wait for a text that never comes, every time you check their profile to see what they're up to, every time you tell yourself, I'll show them one day. That's the silent agreement. You are keeping the rejection alive, long after they've moved on. And let's be clear, the rejection itself isn't the problem anymore. The problem is that you're still holding on to it. Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. And this is exactly what he meant. So here's your first mission. Break the silent agreement fast. In the next 24 hours, pay attention. Every time you catch yourself, hoping they'll reach out, feeling like you lost something valuable, replaying old conversations, stop yourself cold. Say it out loud if you need to. I do not agree to this anymore. Because you can't reclaim your value, while you're still secretly agreeing that it's gone. Slogan: stop co-signing your own rejection, period. This is step 1. Cut the silent contract and take back your power. 2. The cold extraction. Pull back everything. Now that you've broken the silent agreement, it's time for the next power move, the cold extraction. Most people think Stoicism is just about staying silent. But real Stoic strength, it's not just silence. It's removing your energy completely. Here's the thing. Even if you stop texting, even if you look calm on the outside, if you're still emotionally tied up in knots, if you're still watching their moves, if you're still secretly hoping for a reaction, you haven't really pulled back. Stoicism teaches us to do something colder, deeper, and stronger. Withdraw fully. Marcus Aurelius put it perfectly. Withdraw into yourself often, not to hide, but to reclaim control. This is what the cold extraction is about. You don't just stop talking. You pull your energy, your attention, and your emotional investment all the way back. Here's what that looks like in real life. Unfollow them. Mute or block if you have to. Remove old photos or memories that keep you hooked. Stop watching for their updates. Period. Not because you want to punish them, not because you're bitter, but because every bit of your attention is currency, and you're done giving it away for free. Ask yourself, what am I still connected to that keeps this rejection alive? Then cut the cord, cold, clean, and completely. This is you reclaiming your personal space, not just online, but in your mind and your daily focus. And the best part? The world feels it. When you remove your energy, you create a vacuum. And trust me, people notice what's missing faster than what's present. This is the step where you stop being quietly waiting and start being powerfully absent. Remember, the cold extraction isn't retreat. It's the most strategic way to regain your inner command center. And that's what Stoic power is all about. 3. The value flip. Make rejection a flex. Let's call it what it is. Rejection is a direct shot to your ego. It tells you, you're not good enough. You don't have what it takes. And what do most people do? They crumble. They beg for clarity, chase for validation, or worse, sit in silence, hoping someone comes back. But here's the harsh truth. Every time you try to prove your worth to someone who rejected you, you confirm their judgment. You're saying, you were right to doubt me. That's weakness. And that's exactly what keeps you trapped in the same cycle. Small, needy, powerless. But a Stoic? A Stoic flips rejection into domination. We don't cry about it. We don't explain ourselves. We use rejection as the ultimate trigger for reinvention. Here's the power move. Attack forward immediately. Rejection creates a vacuum. Most people sit in that empty space feeling sorry for themselves. You fill it fast. Start a new business. Push your limits at the gym. Reinvent your routine. Every step forward is a message. I don't need you. I upgrade myself. Weaponize your silence. This isn't just about ignoring them. It's about turning silence into a fortress of growth. While they wonder what happened to you, you're quietly sharpening every weapon you have. Mind, body, ambition. Silence backed by growth. That's the kind of power people feel without seeing. Let success crush the narrative. Forget talking. Forget signals. Success is your kill shot. When you evolve so far past the old version of yourself, you don't just prove them wrong. You make their rejection look laughable. Lock this in. The only apology you owe is massive success. And here's the secret most never learn. The moment you stop chasing their recognition, they start chasing the version of you they can no longer reach. That's not just winning, that's dominating. This is how you weaponize rejection and make it the greatest flex of your life. 4. The mystery layer. Become hard to read. Let's break it down. Why does rejection hurt so deeply? It's not just because someone said no, it's because they saw exactly how much it mattered to you. You were clear, too clear. They knew what you felt, they knew what you wanted, and that made you predictable and powerless. Here's the brutal truth. The more visible your emotions, the easier it is for people to judge, control, and dismiss you. Think about it. When people can read you like an open book, they know exactly where to hit. And that's why rejection feels like a knife. Because they didn't just walk away, they walked away knowing you cared. This is the weakness we have to eliminate. And the way to do that? You build the mystery layer. The strongest people, the ones who hold real power, are not the loudest, not the ones who try to prove their worth, but the ones who are hard to read, hard to predict, impossible to pin down. Here's how you apply that. Speak less. Say only what's necessary. Every extra word gives people insight into your mindset. Stoics knew, the less you say, the more powerful your words become. Appear with intention, no random moves. Stop showing up just because. Make your presence a statement. Every appearance should look like a choice, never like you're seeking attention. Stay mysterious. Make them guess. Never explain yourself. Never reveal too much. Let people wonder what you're thinking, what you're planning. Mystery creates tension, and tension creates power. Marcus Aurelius mastered this. Silence is a form of strength. He didn't just control his feelings. He controlled his entire presence. Here's the effect. When people can't figure you out, their minds do the work for you. They fill in the blanks with their own fears, doubts, and insecurities. Suddenly, you become larger than life. Not because you did more, but because you revealed less. So if you want to rise, if you want to stop being underestimated or dismissed, stop being easy to read, stop giving away the blueprint to your emotions. Your new power is simple. Stay silent, stay sharp, stay untouchable. This is how mystery turns rejection into quiet dominance. 5. The narrative rewrite. Make it legendary. Here's the final piece. And honestly, this is where most people fail. You can break the silent agreement. You can pull back your energy. You can even level up and stay mysterious. But if you don't rewrite the story in your own mind, you'll keep carrying rejection like a scar. Let me be clear. If you don't control the story controls you. That's why some people stay bitter for years after rejection. They keep replaying the same old script. I wasn't enough. That ruined me. I'll never trust again. And that mindset? It cements failure. It turns one rejection into a lifelong weakness. But as Stoic, we don't let that happen. We grab the pen and we rewrite the entire damn script. Here's how. Instead of telling yourself, I got rejected, I failed, you start saying, that was the moment I woke up. That loss forced me to see what I was really made of. Without that rejection, I'd still be playing small. You flip the meaning dash, so rejection isn't the end of your story. It's the plot twist that makes your rise even more powerful. This isn't just mindset, it's your personal mythology. And guess what? Every powerful person you admire has done exactly this. They've turned their setbacks into the most important chapters of their legend. So here's your job. Take that rejection and make it the reason you became unstoppable. Write it, speak it, live it. Because the story you tell yourself becomes the life you build. And one simple truth locks it in. Turn your rejections into your mythology. That's how you stop being just another person who got hurt and start becoming the legend no one saw coming. Turning weakness into unstoppable strength. Let's lock this in. Rejection feels brutal, but here's the truth. It can only define you if you give it permission. No one takes your value away. No one decides your worth unless you hand over that control. That's what this entire blueprint has been about. Taking back your power, piece by piece, until you're untouchable. Let's break down the full reversal one last time. 1. Break the silent agreement. You stop agreeing with the rejection, mentally and emotionally. 2. Pull back. Everything. You remove your energy, your presence, and your attention completely. 3. Flip rejection into power. You use it as fuel to level up, fast and relentlessly. 4. Build mystery. You become unreadable, untouchable, and impossible to control. 5. Rewrite the story. You turn rejection into a defining moment that made you unstoppable. This isn't theory. This is the roadmap Stoics have followed for centuries. Because true power has always come down to one thing. Who controls the narrative? If you control your story, you control your reality. And that's the real win here. So here's what I want you to remember. Etched into your mindset moving forward. Stop waiting for their validation. Stop explaining yourself. Rebuild in silence. And when you rise, don't just prove them wrong. Prove that nothing can stop you. Ready to take this power to the next level? Click on the next video right here, where we break down exactly how to build dominance without ever raising your voice. This is how Stoics win, quietly, completely, forever.